I'm going to show you something today that Altium has struggled with for quite some time, and that is importing images into your PCB document. Before, you had to use external extensions and use those to cut the image into really thin lines and then bring it over to your drawing, resize, do all these crazy things that were really overcomplicated for something that was so simple, right? So what we're going to do here is just show you the new way to do it in Altium. So I just typed in logo on Google and brought up an image. So let's say this one here. So let's just save this, let's copy this image. Copy. And then we're going to open up MS Paint, okay? So once we're open, Control V, paste it in. And the reason we're in here is because we still need to convert the image. It has to be monochrome. We can't have any color to it. So the easiest way to do that for someone without tools like Photoshop or whatnot is to go into MS Paint. So once you're in here, simply hit Save As. Go down here to the selection, Save As Type drop-down, and you'll see something called Monochrome Bitmap. That's the one we're interested in. So simply select that and then call it what you want. So we'll call it Fish. Color quality might be reduced. Of course, we're going monochrome. So here you go. Now that's all saved. So we can close out of this, and let's close out of this. Now, a simple way to do this is you have to paste the image in. So if we simply, whoops, open multiple here, get rid of that. So if we go to Insert, Pictures, grab the image of interest, and just copy it from Word, okay? And hit Paste, Control V on Altium, the PCB file of interest, on whatever layer you want it to go on. So if you want it to go on the top overlay, select top overlay first. If you want it to go on top layer, select top layer first. But it really doesn't matter which layer you put it on because you can adjust it later. And let me show you that here. So I just hit Control V, so I'm pasting it in. Give it a few seconds here to do its magic. And you'll see, oh, okay, here it is, right? Now, you're like, I didn't want it on that layer. I wanted it on top overlay. Okay, well, that's no problem. If you saw what I did there, simply highlighted everything there, because there are different elements. They move together, but you still want to highlight everything. And then in your Properties window, just select a different layer that you want it to be on. Now, we want to resize this, because we notice, it looks a little big for this, right? If this is our board. So the easiest way to resize is to first make this into a union, which you can do by highlighting, right-click, Union, create union from selected objects. Once that union is created, then you can go back on, right-click, Unions, and resize union. Now, when you do this command, it's looking for you to press on the union of interest. So simply click anywhere that's yellow, and you'll see these little corners pop up. Grab any one of those and drag. And when it's your desired size, then you are good to go. So click off, and you can drag that down however you want and wherever you want, right? So that's good. Now, this acts just like any other component. You can very easily hit L and flip it to your layer pair. So we went from the top overlay to bottom overlay. Okay. So let's just flip this guy back to the top. Now, this is also handy if you wanted to put a logo in your title block here. So say, for instance, we just wanted to get rid of this, and we wanted this in our title block. So we could resize it. Actually, let's make a copy of it. Then let's resize it. Resize union, once again. Click it. Drag down till we get to a size we want. Okay, good. Now that we're at a size we want, can place it here. You'll notice, well, it's still on the top overlay layer. Well, once again, very easy to change. Simply come in here and select the one that's your title block or whatever else you have it labeled. But in this case, it's Mechanical 16 is our title block. So there you go. There's the logo. And perhaps we want to resize it just a little bit. It's okay. So we'll click here. And it's a little hard to see on a white background, but you'll be able to get it. And move it up. And there we go. So now we can put logos on Altium very easily, change layers, and change sizes, all without using additional extensions. Now, of course, this does show on the silkscreen layer, so if we were to export, say, the Gerber files, and we have the top overlay set with the board outline, just so we can see relative to where it's placed. So if we did this, you will see, indeed, the top overlay Gerber does show this icon. And you can see how it renders in and how it has individual jagged edges for the lines for the actual silkscreen process during manufacturing time. And that's about it. So hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, guys.